Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha by Omega and Byzantium. So the turn is 3865 year 971 BC. We are 6 turns away from resurrection, but we are going to get the Oracle next turn, which means that we will get a free technology. Ergo, this is why I'm here. I hope that's a correct use of the ergo. I'm not sure how it's used in English. I don't know why I started with that. Anyway, what's new? Well, I did a couple of things in between the previous and this episode. First of all, I actually changed our schedule for the technologies, and the reason for that is that I want resurrection, because that's going to give us the belief in resurrection, and then I want magic because that's going to give us a magic shop. But I removed most of the technologies and went with just these 4 because these are actually needed to get the classical lifestyle. We cannot get it alone. It actually has more requirements, and this is where the tech tree can be a bit misleading. I thought that there was just one prerequisite, which was monarchy, but it's not. There's actually also the linguistics, central heating, and I think cuisine, right? Cuisine is cuisine. The gears are made for central heating, correct? Yep. So we need to take these on first, and we're gonna see if we can trade for most of the other techs from our neighbors, but this is what we're gonna go for. Now, the Oracle will hopefully give us a selection of a lot of techs. I actually looked into it, and the cult patterns looks really nice because they give you the cult observer's hut, which gives a bit of food, a bit of culture, a bit of education, but it also boosts all of our farms by +1. So this is actually a really good tech. But there's also another tech that I kind of like, which is linguistics. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Linguistics. Oh, here it is. Linguistics. That one is actually needed for the classical lifestyle. I forgot about that. And that one gives us just a flat 2 science bonus. Programmaticus, which is a building that we already have. That's the educational one. So that is also a pretty good one. So I'm going to just, I guess I'm torn. This would boost our growth, but I think that this would boost our science. And I think we're going to go for linguistics. But code patterns really caught my eye. I'm not going to say that that's not happening. Well, anyway, other than that, we are doing great. We have been growing all of our cities. I made changes to many of their production queues. I'm especially happy about the north. Nisos is at population down. Philippopolis is now... Yep, I'm saying correctly. Philippopolis is now at population 8 still. But we have the work boats working overtime. We're gonna go whaling here soon, which is going to be great. It's gonna give us quite a lot of income and a decent amount of production, considering that it's a sea tile, which usually don't give you anything in that regards. They're very rich in food and money, but getting production or industry from it is really good. Now, the money issue is another thing that I have to mention. We are actually bleeding out money, which is something that I cannot do much with. Our full science output would now look like this, 231 gold. So I actually lowered it to 85 because I believe that in 10 turns we might, because every turn we are lowering the deficit a bit. So in like 10 turns, or actually this would be 13 turns, I believe that we're gonna be on even, but we're gonna see. I'm still monitoring that, and you will see on the map, like we're building the mines here, we are building hunting instructions, that one's actually not for money, but roper is, candlemaker shop is, apiary is, seamstress is, so I'm trying to improve our income. And I actually finally shadowed the treasury, which is a national one that's going to boost our income by 2% gold in all cities. So yeah, I finally remembered to do that. We had a couple of other buildings shadowed, so it's not like we were wasting time, but this one should have a priority. So now that I remembered, I put it in there. We're also working on a couple of other world wonders. If you remember, here's the Pergamon altar, here's the Tomb of Cyrus, and we are probably gonna work on some other ones very soon. Anyway, the Oracle is gonna come, so let's end the turn, look into it and see how it's gonna go. I'd also like to mention that I actually worked a bit on our relationships, and you can see that with 2P and this is Sumeria. Yep, it's very hard to see Sumeria. We now have great relations. Israel, unfortunately, not so much. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go. But these guys now like us, which is good. I'm gonna try to be more popular here. Okay, so we have finished the Oracle, and now we can choose our free technology. Andeanism, free great profit, and it can only be researched. Okay, so that's a new religion. I'm not exactly happy about that, or thrilled about that. Cuisine. Oh, we actually got some science in that. Okay, 10,000 in that. Interesting. We probably got that from plundering our enemies. Where are the ones that I'm interested in? Okay, here's Resurrection, we're getting that one. Here's the quant patterns, yeah, 43,848, and here's the linguistic, also 43,848. So these are the most expensive, which is also why I'm interested in them. It makes sense to get these. So what would be the best one? What would be the best one? Yeah, let's go with linguistics. Yeah, I really like these animations. I usually skip them because it doesn't make sense to, record an update just for these. But I really like the way they are made. Anyway, the Oracle is giving us 8 culture, plus 2 great person for towards great profit. We get 1 extra free technology. We already got that. Plus 2 happiness with profits, plus 1 happiness with survival, plus 2 education per turn, and plus 8. This is tourism per turn. So now let's hear it for the technology.
If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart.
Okay, so Grammaticus now gives us 2 extra science, and this leads to classical lifestyle. So we finished one of the prerequisites. Well, okay. Now, last thing that I'm going to mention before I go ahead and skip the 5 turns towards Resurrection is that we are now raiding on the Israel-Chinese border. They have a lot of workers here, so I keep capturing them and disbanding them, hurting both Israel and China at the same time because they had a couple of workers here that probably trying to build a road to each other. Our units are back where they belong, killing and raiding in the territory of Israel. I really feel like a scumbag doing this, but they're our biggest opponent, and we need to keep them slightly down. I mean, they have came to us and tried to force convert us into Chematism. I believe that was the religion that Chematism. I refused, but they didn't declare war or anything when I did, but they are now very upset that I didn't convert, which, I would kind of like to see them convert to our religion, which I don't believe is gonna help. Wait, I would have to go this way, right? Answer Musa, adopt. Yeah, it doesn't even allow me to do that. Let's discuss something else. Yeah, it doesn't even allow that. But yeah, still, Chematism is spreading into our land. I checked that the cities that have it, which at this point is Laodicea and one more, I think somewhere in the south. Or was it just Laodicea? I think it was 2 cities. No, it looks like it's only Laodicea. Okay, so Laodicea can now build a couple of new buildings that we didn't have access to before, and they're not that bad. I mean, Temple of Ra gives a bit of income and culture. There's also the catch shrine, which is kind of interesting. I like that. Though it's very expensive for what it's worth. And there was also the obelisk here somewhere. Oh, here is the obelisk, giving us extra education, culture, and happiness with divine cult. So, you know, it's gonna make us a bit mad that we have more religion, especially once we get the state religion. But on the other hand, it still is, you know, what it is, and we cannot stop it. Not at least until we get Inquisition. Turn 3870, year 965 BC, and we are 1 turn away from Resurrection. It was kind of fast, I mean, just a couple of turns, but still, look at that. We managed to greatly increase our income in just those 5, I think it was 5 turns, and that is great. So now we're gonna start just increasing the spending. I'm not gonna do it right now, but we are going to look into that. I went ahead and I revised all of the build queues, which is something that I like to do from time to time. I do small changes. This time I really went on it, cancelled a lot of things, reshuffled. It was a big thing to do, but I enjoyed it greatly. And I believe that it's gonna serve us well. You can see different buildings here and there. We're actually building our first spy hideouts. Those are going to give us extra experience point to the espionage units. I'm not sure if assassins or the stalkers, you know, if it applies to them, because they are more like assassination units than spies, but I still like to have those up. We're also building a couple of meeting halls. Here we are now building the Tomb of Cyrus. I think I missed that in the previous one, so we're going with the Pergamon altar and the Tomb of Cyrus, plus we're building the treasury. Really interested in how much income that's going to give us, hopefully a lot. And last but not least, I actually checked and we are really dominating the world. You can see that our increase in score is kind of massive, while Israel is sort of stagnant. So I'm hoping that we are going to soon reach double of their score, meaning that we would completely dominate the world. So now let's look into Resurrection, which is going to give us the belief in the afterworld, which will lower the crime in every city by 10, which kind of makes sense. I mean, if you believe that you might be punished for your evil deeds, you will have a tendency to make less of them. Though I'm strictly a proponent of secular morality, I think that naturally this would still play a role in people's lives. We're also, you know, developing the land quite dramatically, which is also cool. I think you probably don't see that, but it is there. Big changes, which, you know, goes into the income as well.
And on the 3rd day, he rose from the dead.
Okay, so here we have the Resurrection, and the Resurrection gives us auto-build belief, Resurrection, which gives free happiness and money culture, building given for free by National Belief Resurrection. Okay, so that lowers war, unhappiness, and 10 per turn, 10 crime per turn. And National Belief's Resurrection, National Wonder One allow free auto-build belief. Okay, so we need to, I found that it was automatic, I missed that. So this can be built by Great Prophet. It requires Loahua or Buddhist temple or Hindu temple or Christian temple or Temple of Ra. Okay, we can make that one, build that one in the south. Or Nature Altar, okay. So we can build it probably in every city that has the nature altar. Wait, it's a world. Wait, what? It is not here. I don't see it. Treasury, National Smelter. Is it because of the city? Maybe we can get it elsewhere? But you guys have the nature altar, right? Yeah, you all got the nature altar. Because that's the main building of the Druidic tradition or religion. Damn, that's weird. Why can't we? Maybe it has to be built by a great person. Culture Hypothesis has been built. That's a bit weird. What about the city where we have the ability to build the Temple of Ra? Yeah, we could build that. Nope, it's not here either. That is strange. Am I missing something? I am genuinely confused now. I know I missed the requirement to build this, but that is strange. May only exist on Earth plot. That is weird because it says can be built by a great prophet, and I believe that the treasury has the same thing. Wait, can I see it here somewhere? I am building the treasury actually, so yeah, it can be built by treasury. I don't get it. What am I missing here? That's really weird. Turn 3889, year 940 BC, and we are one turn away from magic. But before we do that, I'd like to mention that we now have our great engineer, Jagdish Chandra Bose. I'm pretty sure I butchered that name. I would normally send this great person to Constantinople to join the city of world renown, but in this case we are going to do the changes that we want to our government, and then our great person is going to start a golden age, which is going to end the, I think it was 24 turns long anarchy. So let's hope that is how it is going to be here, because you know, it's always a bit of a guessing game here. So what day do we want to do? Actually, before we go that, I wanted to check. So we're getting right now an income of extra 118 gold per turn at a maximum science, which is 1,993 points per turn, and we're getting 401 espionage per turn. Okay. Let's also check. Constantinople has 274 industry and 66 production of food, and say Patra has 247 and 33. Okay, I will probably not remember that, but you guys can tell me in the comments what the big differences is going to be. I'm going to focus on the science here because that's what is the most important thing for us. So let's look at the civics and what we want to change. So we want to change despotism to monarchy. That is going to be a big difference. Monarchy is a system where rule of the country passes from monarch to heir, whose method of succession and division of power and role can vary considerably. I think that for monarchy we are going to switch to either we're going to switch to republic then. It's going to be pretty good, but monarchy is the natural evolution of despotism. So monarchy, we are going to switch from junta to sovereignty. The ones in power are those who own and control the land. So that's going to give us also quite a big boost to the production in all cities. That's good, and it's going to boost the production of food and income in our capital. And we are going to switch from profits to state church, which is going to incur a huge amount of extra things for us. But the state church gives us No, it gives free military. So while it is incurring us a lot of penalties, it is balancing it by free military upkeep. So okay. And I think that's all, right? And so yeah, 24 turns for revolution. Yep, we got everything done. So let's hear it. The revolution has begun. We will get anarchy for 24 turns. Oh, okay, so it's immediately deactivating all the monument of the dictators. Which sucks because those actually gave us quite a lot of money. And a bit of culture here and there, does it? Deactivate anything else? Does not seem like it. Okay, monument of the dictator. Anything else? Okay, monument of the dictator. Yeah, well, that's gonna be a hit, a big hit. I think each one of these gave us like 9 gold. So, okay, we adopted monarchy, sovereignty. Oh no, not shrines. That's another. And mystic huts as well. Dang. Okay. Okay, that's going to be a big hit into income. That is going to be a big hit into income. So anyway, you are now going to go ahead and start a golden age. Cool. So the golden age has begun. We are not doing good as far as money go, but our maximum... Wow, we were at 1993 and we got extra 400 per turn, which is amazing. But if we need to get rid of those penalties to income, and we're gonna drop slightly lower, 1915, which is coming from the fact, yeah, the mystic huts and shrines are gone because we lost a lot of these. But the top is actually much higher now. That is good, I guess. And Constantinople has a growth, okay. Yeah, wow, we are actually 3,000 over. Okay, so growth is going to be much faster, that's good. And production has increased as well. I don't think that the food production has increased, but production has definitely increased. I think that maybe might even, was it like 30? Yeah, it would be further in Patra as well, I think. But yeah, it looks like the food production has dropped, but also the need for food has dropped, so that is pretty good. So we're gonna have some growth. I'm gonna have some growth in Constantinople. That is great. Did we get any extra new buildings? Nope. We still can get resurrection. Okay, I still don't know why that is, but Harappan fake gems, huh? Well, never mind. Never mind that. It's a big step forward though for us. It is a big step forward to us. I actually went ahead and we built a bunch of hunting preserves everywhere, which is boosting our income. We kind of improved a lot of our cities. I've done a complete revamp this time of number of build queues, which is also good. We'll have a lot of growth here. Well, Odessa is gonna grow, Amorium is gonna grow, Constantinople is gonna grow, Trebizond is gonna grow, yeah, the population is gonna increase significantly, Dorelium is gonna grow. So, yep, this is gonna be a big thing. So now let's end the turn and hear of magic. I believe that the magic shop is going to be a worthy substitute for the shrines. Unfortunately, the hit into income is pretty bad. We shouldn't... Well, I mean, yeah, Junta was pretty good. It was expensive, but it gave us some money back, and it provided us with a lot of extra income, so that's fine. Fine.
Hey, it's a kind of magic.
I wonder. Damn, I haven't seen that movie in a while. It's a great one. Okay, so magic enables Bushwhack 5, really? 7 stealth strikes. And 40% stuff combined modifier. This might be good. What's the prerequisite? Bushwhack 1. Stuff combined modifier. Valid for strike team. Okay. Cool. It leads to karma, canonism, and astrology. Astrology is actually not that far away, so it's pretty good that we can get that. Canonism, okay, that's fine. We don't need that. Karma. Actually, I think that it might be a good idea to get one of these revisions so that we can get the great profit and see if it can build us the belief in resurrection. Not sure if that would be the great way to go, because it's like 20 turns. Well, I'll have to think about it. But anyway, the golden reward for us is the magic shop. Magic shop gives us 1 gold and 1 culture, but it gives extra with books, extra with clothing, extra with firecrackers, extra with glassware, extra with hats, extra with jewelry, extra with masks, extra with sculptures, and extra with toys. So the magic shop is taking a lot of extra things and selling them to the people. The belief in magic and magical powers dates back to the earliest recorded history. In Egypt, for example, large number of magical papyri in Greek, Coptic, and Demotic have been recovered. These sources contain early instances of much of the magical lore that later became part of the Western cultural expectations about the practice of magic, especially ceremonial magic. Nice. So let's see how it is going to affect us. Soap maker. You finish the soap maker. Can you build the magic shop? You can, and it's gonna give us, oh the hell, 8.4 gold and 1.17 culture. That's actually really good. And it's not that expensive. So let's schedule it for you. Candlemaker shop you can do afterwards. Stables, sure. Winemaker, sure. Smuggler shanty. I'm tempted to build these, but the crime is just too big of a deal for me. Okay, how much it's gonna be in Constantinople? Constantinople, where do we have it? Population 20. Oh wow, and we have more than 10,000. So in 152 turns, population 21. We get 60,000 people living in our capital now. That is just amazing. And growth is now 73. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that... I'm not sure. I would be lying. I don't remember how much that was, but the income is really, I'm pretty sure about that, at least fairly higher. So marriage ceremony is going to be next. How about this one? 9.8. Okay, so we're going to actually build these magic shops everywhere to... Oh, holy hell. Okay, well that is a bit of a bummer. We're down, Jesus, additional 240, so we have to go all the way down to 1700 science per turn. Okay, so we exchanged quite a lot of extra production for actual current science, but we are going to get much better at it in the long term. We just have to really focus on getting a lot of these magical shops online quickly and focus on some of the gold producing buildings. Okay, so considering we have like 18 cities now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 cities. Okay, so 17 cities times, let's call it 9, is at least 100, and let's go with 170 gold because it's going to differ. So we can get back to 70, which is still a bit lower, but then we're looking at an increased production and growth of our cities in exchange for a bit of science, which means then, is gears the way to go? Because you give us what? You give flat out bonuses. Mining camp is going to give extra production. That's pretty good. Workers are going to work faster, but is there anything that we could get here which would immediately improve our income? Because that is what we should be interested in the most at this point. Oratory, huh? Not really. Falconry? Nope. Nothing. Cuisine. Okay, cuisine might be a bit more important than for us. It enables cheese shop and sausage shop. Okay. This one produces cheese and this one produces sausage. But I have a feeling that this might help with the market. Where are buildings? Market. I think it's an ancient, right? Come on, market. With cheese, okay, that's extra income for here. And with, what was the other one? Egg, honey, lard, milk. Cuisine, sausage. Okay, so that would be like 3 income per city, slightly more with all of the bonuses. And extra food, I mean, pretty good. So considering we still have to get the gears and the cuisine and central heating, hydraulic mining, quarry, sculptures, yeah, it's not gonna help. Veterinary medicine, karma, glass blowing. Lead ingots, tin ingots, potash. Oh, this would be good, but that requires central heating. Bronze working. Red and black wire painter. Glass blow workshop and mine for potash. So this can potentially give us. We have lead ingots and we have tin ingots, so that would be 3 gold at least, more likely 4, because we would build the potash probably. For us mining, okay, fine clay, so we have access to that. Okay, never mind. I think we're gonna switch this a bit. So cuisine first, then gears, then and we even have a head start on cuisine. Cool. Then let's go with glass blowing, and then we're gonna decide what's gonna come next. Oh, actually, you gave. God damn it. Okay, so can we go cuisine, hydraulic mining, because that is gonna boost us immediately. Yeah, gotcha. Mine quarry will give extra protection, and mining camp is gonna get extra. Okay, so that's additional, let's say 30 right off the bat, depending on how it's gonna be calculated, and then central heating gears and glass blowing. Cool. So that's gonna help with income a bit. I mean, we still got tons of it going in the north, and everything is gonna settle itself. But yeah, this was a really big hit into the stomach, and by stomach I mean our treasury. Cool. Anyway, by the way, we have the treasury finished. I guess you guys already got that. Was like 60 flat income. So let's just see the demographics. Nice. We made it over 200,000 people. 201,500 people now within our empire, which is amazing. Nordisa at 12 now, Amorium at 11, Dorewaun. Pretty good, man. Our cities are thriving. Even the ones in the north. Nisos is gonna be 10 soon, and Philippopo is stagnant, really? How come? That's bad. Well, I mean, we're focusing now a bit more on the food, right? This would be pretty quick. I think we might have to start focusing on food, because I can't have a stagnant city here. Do we have the fishmonger here? Yep, we got the fishmonger, so that's flat 8. So let us go like this. I'm gonna go with fishmonger here, and I think that's gonna help you a lot. Fisherman hut. We don't really need the health. Bone marrow. Okay, let's finish the star traps and then we're gonna go with the fishmonger. So that's flat out. It's 2 and 8, so that's 10 growth immediately. Then we're gonna go with the drying frames. Finish some of these things. Yeah, look at that. Mining camp is already giving us 3.5 gold. Cool. Cool. Sorry, I've been spending a lot of time brainstorming here about how to fix this, so apology for that. I know that this episode is going to be long, but at least it's going to give you a bit of an overview of what we are doing. And hey, Israel likes us now. Years of peace. I appreciate the years you have supplied us with resources. Okay. Open borders have brought our people closer together. Trade relations have been fair and forthright. We share the same philosophies. Nice. Okay, so that's the difference. We now get +1. And you add the ambassadors in. So we get 3 nations that like us. Israel, Turkey, and Gilgamesh. Let's check Israel. Would you trade something? Oh, you don't have anything. But we get 5 technologies on you. What about Turkey? Probably not. We get tons of technologies that they don't. And you, nothing either. Adopt trade, charity, written tradition. I don't think so. Okay, so we're generally doing good, and Mali is kind of neutral on us. Yeah, they wouldn't go with free trade. We just don't like you enough. Well, okay. And what about Persia? Persia hates us, actually. Why? Boarding the ocean. I don't know what the first impression is a lasting one. Why we get penalties there. Maybe that's coming from the difficulty. They really hate my guts. But yeah, it looks like our diplomatic actions are bearing fruit. So cool. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode. We have done a lot, and I think we are in a much better position to jump into the classical age. The age where we are actually going to thrive. But before that, we still have some, research to do.